I don't know what people thought was going to happen because it seems like Flyers Twitter's kind of calmed down a little bit in like the week and a half that's followed. But there just seemed to be so many people who were like unbelievably pessimistic. And as we know, I tend to be the most negative, aka realistic one, like when it comes to this team. And like, I can't even be upset with the offseason they had. This isn't the offseason that they get, guys. You have a ton of cap space coming up in 2026. The only criticism I have of like, Dvorak's fine. The AAV doesn't matter because it's a 1-year deal. Vladar on 2 years, could you have been better off pursuing an Alex Lyon? I don't know. But like, you didn't make any terrible commitments. You didn't take on any bad contracts to try to get a better asset around the draft. All this cap space comes up next year. The only concern I have, Ant, is you're putting a lot of eggs, presumably in the 2026 free agent class basket. And if those guys are to re-sign with their teams, or if those guys are to really hone in on 2 or 3 squads, and this team doesn't make the playoffs, and they end up in the lottery again, which I don't think they will, it's going to be kind of hard to get meetings with those guys, isn't it? Or are they going to really bank on the idea that players really want to come hear out what a rebuilding team with Jonesy, Briere, and Tocchet have to offer? Like, where do you land there?
They're going to take the swings, and I think that they feel like having the personalities running the show that are so well liked around the league, but by that I mean Keith Jones and Rick Tocchet specifically. Not to say that Danny's disliked, because he's not. It's just it's different when you're the general manager as opposed to who's putting the contracts together than the guy you're going to play for or the president of the team who's glad handing everybody. I think that they feel like there's enough goodwill out there with those guys to get people to want to come play here. That people will want to come. And whether you land any of the biggest names, the biggest fish, whether they're actually there or not, I still think there'll be some. Like will McDavid re-sign in Edmonton? Maybe.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I won't say
they better
no.
get a better goalie. They better get a different goalie.
If they won the cup in one of those 2 years, I think he would have been gone.
Yeah.
You think he would have been more likely to leave if they had won one?
I do. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So like, that there's that. Makar's probably going to go back to Colorado. Like, but I look at a guy like Kaprizov and I say, what's Minnesota going to do there? Right? Like, that's one that I go, maybe. Maybe.
Chuck Fletcher would die on the inside wherever the hell he's holed up at that point, right? Oh, I could have had my guy.
He's with the Devils, right? I think he's still advising the Devils or helping out up the turnpike. So,
sure.
Yeah. But like there's other names that are going to be out there. It's not like they're all going to re-sign. Like, I think there will still be players, and the Flyers are going to try and land one. Whoever it is that that they go after, they're going to go after. But and it's going to be more than one. Like, they're close to $50 million under the cap for next year?
It's a lot of money. I mean, a lot of teams are going to have space. They're going to be, I think, near the top in terms of cap space available.
Yeah.
My concern, just to be clear, isn't that they aren't willing to take the swing. It's just, all right, like if McDavid and Makar come off the board, which you expect them to, I think that there's a good chance McDavid's going to go elsewhere or seriously entertain the idea. You don't make that comment at the end of the season that, well, I'm going to talk to my agent and decide, what's best for my family. Like, you don't say that shit if you are 100% like sold on being a lifelong Oiler, in my opinion. I could be wrong. If those guys are off the board, it doesn't mean that the rest of the free agents stink, but like, you have to imagine that like Briere, Jones, Tocchet want to be able to get in a room with those guys, regardless of what happens. If they just flat out re-sign, then you start having that cascading effect. Does a Kaprizov re-sign? Does he only look at if like Toronto can make space, if Vegas can make space, like those kind of teams again? I don't know. That's the concern. Yeah. You want those guys to hit free agency, I guess is the point. And it didn't feel like free agency really happened this year, right? Like even Marner. I mean, Toronto claims that, there's a backdoor deal as long ago as a year ago with Vegas, but like it never felt like free agency got going this year. It was just guys were off the board almost instantaneously. You don't want that to happen if you're the Flyers next year, I guess is my point.
No, but I don't think it will. I think there'll be more names that suddenly become, and like you could suddenly get into the trade market even a little bit more because you could trade for contracts and you can go after RFAs next year because you have the cap space and you can offer more money than maybe another team can. Like, there's more options than just the 5 or 6 big names that are out there. I keep saying, everybody's saying that with Quinn Hughes, but Quinn Hughes isn't a free agent next year. I think it's 2 years. He's 2 years away,
Yeah, I think it's 2.
if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I thought didn't Zegras say to us that he's a free agent next year? Listen, Zegras is here. He's got some friends on the team. He liked playing under Tocchet. He was apparently devastated when Tocchet left. I mean, there you go. There you go. If you're gonna try to manifest something into the universe, there are worse things to try to manifest than that. Poonugs here with a good point. Hughes has all his best friends and his favorite coach on the team. We may have some pull. See, there you go.
He's a free agent in 27.
Okay. So maybe he lets it be known to Vancouver. I don't think I'm going to re-sign here.
Yeah,
Try to get something for me.
I guarantee you he's going to try to play with his brothers first and foremost. Whether that happens or not, we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's what I think will happen. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, you get a chance to play with your brothers.